Hi, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Chloe.
And this is Chloe and the Y.
Oh my gosh, today I just feel like, I don't know if you have these days, but where your whole body just feels weird. It feels foreign, like a foreign object, like you've never lived in it before. Like you don't know how to have normal conversations. Like I don't even know how to sit right now. Like it's just
My whole drive here, I was just in the car in silence and I was like, be normal. Like be normal. Like all you gotta do today is just be normal. Like,
yeah, no.
please.
Walking into the house today to meet up with everyone, when I was standing at the door and I was like, I'm sorry for being awkward. I don't even
We
know
were
if
waiting
you
for you
guys,
because you were late.
right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I don't even know if you guys thought I was being awkward, but you know, when you have this wave like go over your whole body where you're like, you're being so weird right now.
Yeah.
Like everything that you're saying and doing is just abnormal and everyone's picking up on it. Yeah, that's how I felt.
I think I feel that way more often than I don't feel that way.
Just feels hard to be Chloe today. I don't know if you feel that way. But
I do.
Yeah.
It's a bad day for the Chloes.
I have in the workout program that I'm doing, I had another set of Stairmasters today. Like, oh man, dude. Yeah, it was like full body day. Well, I was supposed to take a day off where I did like hot yoga.
And you didn't.
No, because I skipped the first 2 days of the week this week. So I was like, it makes sense to me for my last day to be hot yoga because it's a little bit more like stretching movements. Don't get me wrong, the hot yoga class I do is still kind of hard. Like I'm like, oof. But it's like, I don't know, it just to me sounds like more of a reset. So I was like, I don't want to do full body day and then start my week over again on Monday, like going
back to
yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna just do full body today, do my hot yoga tomorrow, and then start the week over. So anyways, did 20 minutes again. So it literally went leg day for me on Wednesday and then or Thursday, and then Wednesday, whatever, you get what I mean.
Yep.
Something like that.
One of those
days. Yeah. And then I did cardio and abs, which was 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. And then today I did full body, which included kettlebell squats and these squats where you like squat and then you like curl a dumbbell at the same time, which doesn't sound that hard. I was like, oh, these are going to be easy when I looked at them. Well, I didn't think so.
Everything sounds hard
I was
today.
like, wow, this isn't going to be that bad. And then it was so hard. And then, yeah, I had to finish with 20 minutes on the Stairmaster.
And the legs okay?
No, my legs are not okay. And the girl next to me was killing it. I mean, God, she had to have been doing like 15 on the Stairmaster. And I was doing like a 6 today. I was like, this is how fast we're going.
I don't know. Anytime I'll be like on the treadmill or on the Stairmaster and someone gets next to me, I feel it like in my body that
to compete.
Yeah. I have to like be there longer than them or I need to go faster than them.
No, yeah, you've told me that before. And actually, when I work out with you, I'm constantly aware of that. So I'm like, I'm just not going to try that hard because I don't want to compete with Chloe. I'm like, I know she's just going to continue because she's so much better than running at me and just all of that stuff than me. So I'm like, I'm just going to just go with what feels good because I know there's no chance that I beat Chloe because she's just going to try so hard to beat me the whole time.
But it's so I can't stop myself from doing it. I don't know if it's like from my Orange Theory days that I'm like,
no, because you've always been like that.
It's only at the gym. Any other part of my life is like,
okay, and Catan.
Yeah, but we don't play that game anymore.
Yeah, Catan's dangerous. Dangerous game.
Very dangerous game. And do you want to know who I ran into at the gym this morning?
Who?
Well, remember?
Oh my gosh, is this going to have to do with when you hit your head? Did we tell that story on here? Wait, you should give them a brief recap of when you hit your head at the gym and tell them who you ran into today.
Okay. So there's this man at the gym and we don't talk at all. Like this guy, he like, I was telling Matt yesterday, I was like, he looks like the guy from Dodgeball, like really buff guy from like Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's him. And like, he counts down for like, I go to a gym that's full of like only personal trainers, then the people that they're personal training. And then I'm just there by myself. So he has like someone there every time and he's like, 1, 2, 3, exercise. And it's like his thing. Like, I don't know. It's just this guy. I don't know. So he kind of scares me a little bit.
I can picture him in my head, honestly.
Like that's a guy that I'm not going to compete with at the gym, you know? But so a few weeks ago, I was at the gym and I went to go like put my mat away and there was like this bar across and I was like, oh, I know that I need to duck under this bar, but I just like didn't duck far enough and I smashed my head into this bar, and my head immediately was like, it literally had a full bump on it. And this guy who scares me is like, are you okay? And I have never ran out of the gym faster. I don't even know, like, if I left things there, like I sprinted for the door. And so I walked in, and I haven't seen him since. So then I walked go to the gym today, and sure enough, there he was.
That's crazy that you haven't seen him there since.
Yeah.
Wow. So today we just really started on the foot of, I'm going to feel insecure and intimidated all day.
And I walked in and we made eye contact, and I was like,
you know my most traumatic, embarrassing day here. I know you think about it.
Like in your head, like you don't know my name. You don't know what
She knows you by that bump on your head.
The girl that hit her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I saw him at the gym this morning. That was good.
Oh man. Okay. I know what I brought today for drink, and I'm like, can't stop thinking about it. So we have to decide what we're drinking on. Yeah. It's all I can think about.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh my gosh. We didn't even have to go multiple times again. You just won straight out the gate.
You're going to be so mad.
Oh no. I already hate you. I don't even know, but I just know that I'm going to hate you. Yes, my eyes are closed. I also hate closing my eyes in front of people because I look really weird when I do it. Like when I close my eyes, I can't like close them all the way without like squinting really hard. So there'll either be like just a small sliver of my eyeball still showing, or I like am squinting really hard and look stupid. So this is embarrassing for me. Are you putting it in my hand?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm scared. Oh my God. You know what? I'm more mad at myself because I know that I gave you this idea. So I'm more upset at myself right now than I'm mad at you. Yeah.
Did you know?
Oh, I knew. As soon as you put the bottle in my hand, it would be nothing else. Truthfully, like you can tell by feeling it. You're like, taking a shot of Fireball.
I said it's a Saturday. What a better way to start off a silly Saturday with Fireball.
Yeah. Hey Chase, doctor, would you mind also getting what I brought for us too? Okay, cool. Just so she feels bad. Yeah, it'll be the chaser. It'll be the chaser.
So Chloe's favorite thing in the whole wide world is Fireball shots. Don't let her tell you otherwise. Remember, she's a liar.
Oh no, I think
shots.
that my most favorite thing, like ever, if you really want to make me happy, is Screwball. Like that's the best you could ever get.
It's okay compared to Fireball.
No, I think that, like, truthfully, I think that Fireball is better than Screwball. Screwball is absolutely the worst thing you could ever drink. I think it's so terrible. Well, I did
taking them.
I did like it. Like I did like it at first when I tried it because the peanut butter flavor is like, so it's there. And I'm like, oh, that was good. But then like the more you drink it, you're just like, this is too much, you know?
Yeah. Like it's good for like a sip. And then you're like, Yeah, so that feels bad that you brought us really nice coffees.
Yeah, so here's the thing is Chloe decided to bring us Fireball because she knows it's my favorite thing to drink in the world. And
especially in the morning.
Well, and I made a joke because she was like, oh yeah, I was going to bring something terrible today, or I don't know. She said something like that. And I was like, oh.
Okay, I didn't say I was going to bring, because actually the other thing I was going to bring.
No, not today. This was the other day.
Oh.
You were like, I almost brought this one thing that was like bad, but then I brought this. And I said to you, I was like, oh, I thought you told me what it was. I don't remember what it was. It was probably the muscle milk or something. And I was like, oh, I thought you were going to say Fireball. And then you were like, oh, no. Oh, wait, I know what you're, anyways. But yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. I could tell the story wrong 5 times. You get the gist of it. And so she decided to bring me Fireball. So really, I'm mad at myself, not you. So good job. Just
you're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God, that made no noise whatsoever. It was so disappointing. Yeah, cheers to this. And then, yeah, I brought Chloe something really nice. I brought her coffee from the coffee shop, and I know exactly what her coffee order is because we used to work together.
What is it?
And because we're best friends. Well, so
maybe not anymore.
No, I still love you. But I got her a 16-ounce iced Americano, no water, a scoop of white chocolate, and then I did a little baby, just little... of pistachio.
Yay. Okay. I'm so excited.
And a little cream.
Yay. I'm excited.
Cheers again.
Okay. Cheers.
Are we taking the whole thing or a half?
I don't think I can take the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay. No, we're taking the whole thing.
I'm like, if you're going to make me take a shot of it, the least you can do is drink the whole thing.
But I'm just not very good.
Do the thing where you like put it up and just swirl it and then just, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, like when you go to chug a beer, you can like turn it up and like you like swirl it so it creates a funnel and then it just like goes straight down your throat.
I'm sorry, what are you saying to me right now?
Dude, yeah. Okay, that should be the thing we do next on here.
Where are you watching this?
Ryan? My husband.
Ryan, Chloe's husband, does seem like that. Like he for some reason would be good at.
He is good.
Do you know?
He did it at the Christmas table. Like he in front of my brothers and my parents. He was actually showing off because my brothers, they were having a chugging contest on their beer. And he was just like, oh, because you have to do it like this. And just went. It just went straight down his throat. And then he was like, what? That hurts so bad. I was like, yeah, you just put 24, I think it's like 16 ounces of beer down your throat in 2 seconds. Yeah.
I've never, ever, ever heard of this. Also, would that do that the same though in here? Because they're like shaped like.
Probably not. And also this is like thick. So I feel like that would be, terrible.
Describe the Fireball shot as thick.
She thick. It's spicy. Okay, let's just take this.
Okay,
before it gets warm. Okay.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at taking them. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Thick and spicy.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yep.
Oh, should we have poured it in our coffees?
No. Why would I ruin a good thing? But you know what is weird? Because I really like hot tamales. Do you like hot tamales?
I do.
Wait, do you like cinnamon gum?
Yeah, I do.
I do too.
I haven't had that in a long time, actually.
Yeah, me neither. A lot of people are haters on cinnamon gum.
Cinnamon gum's good.
It's good. And I really like Red Hots, but I just don't like Fireball. But I think it's the texture and just a sweet liquor. Like, I just don't really like a sweet.
I just feel like it's going to grow on you.
Yeah, well, I mean, she just brings a Fireball every day until I tell her that I
until you like it.
Yeah. No, when I first started drinking alcohol, I feel like that was something that I did think was good. There was, when I worked at Dave & Buster's, one of my coworkers, which this was a while after I had been drinking and I didn't really drink Fireball anymore at this point. Does your stomach burn right now? Because my stomach is just burning right now. I'm talking and I'm being distracted by how much my stomach's burning. But she did Diet Coke and she said you have to do it with diet, I'm pretty sure. Because I think regular Coke is too sweet. But
okay.
And you do Fireball. And I was like, that sounds terrible.
In a drink?
Yeah.
Like a mixed drink?
It's a highball. Like, just a standard, like you got a rum and Coke, a 7 and 7. It's Fireball and Diet. And Coke, to be clear. Yeah, I tried it and it was really good. It tastes like you're drinking a hot tamale. Now, would I order that at a bar? No. Like, I'm absolutely not ordering that at a bar. But it was really good for the couple sips that I had.
Your first drink is an extra dirty gin martini, and then your second one, you're like, actually, I'm just feeling Fireball and a Diet
Coke. Yeah. See, what Chloe's saying is the type of drink I typically lean towards is a dry, dirty martini, gin. And I like
vodka.
No vodka. Not vodka. I'd be interested to try like a really high end vodka as a martini. Like, however, if there was like a really great bartender that you were like, this guy knows what he's doing, or girl knows what he's doing. And you're like, this person's going to make me a good martini. And you were like, you know what? Give me your top shelf vodka, like the best vodka you've got, and make it however you see fit. Like however you think a martini should be drank. I prefaced today's not my day. I get away with that. There's no grammar rules today for me. But yeah, I think I would try a vodka martini that way. But like otherwise, I'm so with you. Vodkas, no.
I really want to like it. I really do.
Me too.
I really want it. Like, I really want to.
It sounds so classy. Like, I picture, that movie with Rachel, nope, that's her name in Friends, Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
She's in this movie. It's kind of like a spinoff of The Graduate. Do you know The Graduate? Okay, so The Graduate's about this, like, it's a very classic movie and book, and it's about like this older woman who has an affair with her daughter's like love interest, I'm pretty sure. It's like something like that. I've seen it and it's been so long, honestly, that I'm just worried I'm saying that incorrect. But and then the spin-off one is like with Jennifer Aniston, and it's basically the same story, but it's just kind of like a modern day version of it, a little bit different. And yeah, anyways, the films are completely different, but same premise, right? Anyways, and they reference The Graduate in it, but the older lady in there, you know, she's just like, I feel bad for saying this because obviously she's like sleeping with her daughter's husband. So like I don't know if this is going to sound bad, but she just seems like such a classy lady. And she drinks the person you aspire to be. No, I don't know. There's something about the way she like talks and carries herself. I've seen this in other movies too, like an older woman who just gets like she goes up to the bar and she's like, I want a vodka martini. Like, I don't know, like nothing in it, like just vodka, like I don't know, vodka. Yeah, they're basically just drinking vodka. I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but they always seem like such a classy lady. And I if
like
I'm
a
ever
vodka on the rocks,
yeah, if I'm
also
ever,
feels classy for some reason. Don't know why.
I think it's because it's savage. Like who's gonna do that? Like gin, it's got these botanicals, like it's interesting on the palate. Vodka is just rubbing alcohol, and so I'm like anyone who's just drinking straight vodka and sipping on it and enjoying it has like a little bit of crazy. They've been seasoned in life. Like they've experienced things, you know? And so I think that I'm just like, wow. And but they're holding themselves together. And I think that's why in my mind I'm like, wow, that's a classy lady. Like she's been through things to be drinking straight vodka.
Just vodka.
But she's like putting herself together every day. And she looks great doing it. And so one day I just hope that I'm an older lady sipping on a vodka martini. But for now, in my 20s and 30s, I will be doing gin martinis.
Yeah. No vodka.
No vodka.
Do you have a vodka turnoff story of what made you stay clear of vodka?
Oh man, that is such a good question. You know what? The first thing that comes to mind is just that I used to go to these parties at my friend. I'm gonna throw him out in here in case he's watching, but Josh Kane's house.
Yep.
Back in Washington State. Chloe's been at Josh Kane's house. It's a classic house. Everyone knows. Everyone's been there.
It's like, iconic.
It's iconic. It really is. It's iconic. But he's thrown a plenty parties there, and
I've never been to a Josh Kane party.
Really? Well, I do feel like you were mainly going there for music whenever you would come, because so basically Josh, our friend Josh from Washington, he had a studio in the bottom of his, like the whole bottom of his house was a studio, and then his room where he resided, and then there was like there was a tracking room, like the main room, and then there was also like a studio room. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like
but it kind of like changed there at the end, right? Because then he was...
That's so true, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the main room downstairs originally was like where they had like the mixing board, and Adam, our friend Adam, we've mentioned lots of times, that is both of our producers, he would sit there and mix, and then you would go into kind of this like almost closet-sized bedroom that they turned into a vocal booth.
Which I loved. I loved it.
I loved that setup. That was the best. And then you come out and it's just, you're in this big open space where everyone's kind of, anyone who's walking through the house, anyone who's just like coming and going is just like been listening to what you've been recording. And I don't know, it was a really cool experience. Like, I don't know, those are fun times to think back on. You never know you're in the good days when you're in the good days. And then they moved it to where Josh's bedroom was. That's where they had the track, or the mixing room, I mean, where Adam would sit and mix. And then they moved, I think the tracking room is still where it was, actually.
Yeah, but like Josh's bedroom was then in the main room.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah. Or it was like a hangout room. Unclear. I don't know.
I feel like he slept there.
Well, I think he moved, actually. Now that I'm thinking, I think he moved out of the house, and he just kind of slept there sometimes, like on the couch, but it was actually meant to be like a hangout area.
Okay, I feel like that was what it...
Yeah. But anyways, so my point is, so during all this time, oh my gosh, Ryan, that's my person. Josh was throwing all of these crazy parties. And what's funny is I actually met Adam at one of these parties.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was young, and I was so starstruck by him because I knew the work that he had been doing, and I knew he had been doing work for Josh too, and I really admired Josh. He was like an older brother to me. We were both in this really crappy like record label deal, and like he was kind of like showing me the ropes, if you will, at that time. And so I, anyone who was older than me in the industry at that time, I was just like, oh my gosh, So when I knew Adam was going to be at that party, I was like a fangirl. It's so embarrassing to say because he's like my best friend at this time. So I'm like, that's so silly. But I was like starstruck, and I was trying so hard to be so casual about having a conversation with him because I wanted him to want to work with me, you know? So I remember we were at this like fire pit in the backyard, and I just went over to him and like sat down next to him and tried to be so casual and cool about having a conversation. Yeah. Knowing Adam, now that we're like really good friends, I'm like, he is so, in the best way, literally my one of my favorite people in this world, like best friend, but like so socially awkward like we are, and as I identify, and like he probably absolutely would have not thought anything no matter how I presented myself that day. But me being like 15, 16, I was like, oh my gosh, this could be super impressive. Yeah. Anyways, which obviously turned out great because we ended up working together. But yeah, that's just like a fun little anecdote that I met Adam at one of those parties. But so anyways, back to the vodka story. So he would throw these crazy parties there. And I think that I have never been more trash than when I was at a Josh Kane party. Like, and what's funny is he was normally sober, Josh. Like he vowed to not drink until after he was 21. And I mean, we were young during this time. I know.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I know, that's bad. I was drinking way before I was 21. But these parties were, yeah, no one does that.
No.
But yeah, so Josh was like, yeah, I'm not going to drink until I'm 21. And he actually stuck to that. I remember my parents always being like, oh, that guy's such a bad influence on you. I'd be like, Mom, he doesn't even drink. He doesn't even drink. He just throws parties where we all get drunk, but he doesn't drink.
Yeah. He's just there and it's his house.
Yeah. But I would use that as a reason to like let me hang out with him. No, he's sober.
He's everyone's underage there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so they would have like just bottles of like Ciroc out, which is like literally my worst nightmare. Like, don't put a bottle of Ciroc in front of me.
No,
like
nothing's
orange.
worse than
Smirnoff.
Yeah, but like peach. Peach Burnett's.
Oh, I don't know about that. Burnett's? Oh, you got to teach me about that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But they would have like a mixture of lots of things, of course. But yeah, there was always a bottle of Ciroc, and I swear it was always orange. And I'm probably just remembering that wrong. But like, I swear it was like always orange Ciroc. And then Smirnoff. There was always Smirnoff. But this one party, it was Ryan's going away party. He was moving to Utah. And so I was like super emotional because obviously we were dating at the time. And I was so sad about him leaving and stuff. And so they had this tray of gummy bears. You know what? This is probably what did it for me. They had this tray of gummy bears.
Like it's all coming back right now.
They had this tray of gummy bears that was soaked in a couple different types of vodka. I was there when they were making them. I truly can't remember now, though. I was probably 18 at the time.
Multiple different types of vodka.
Oh, they put fifths. I mean, it was a huge baking tray, to be clear, and the gummy bears like soaked it all up. I think there were probably multiple. Really there were probably multiple trays, honestly. But I just remember him going through bottles. Our friend, oh my gosh, I never see him. Keith.
I don't think I've met Keith.
And he was putting bottles of vodka in this thing. Anyway, so yeah, that night I was already intoxicated, and someone came up to me with like, they had like cut out, in my mind, guys, it probably wasn't actually this big, but in my mind, the way I remember it was like the size of my palm square of like these gummy bears that are now just like a cluster of gummy that have just been soaking, and they had them soaking in vodka for like a week in the fridge.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And so there's no liquid in the pan. It's all been absorbed. These gummies was just like a sheet of one gummy now. Yeah, and I ate that. And the next thing that I remember was being like on the balcony crying in someone who I was not friends with. Did not particularly like this person. But I was like in their arms, like sobbing about Ryan leaving to go. And I like came to, and she was trying to like force feed me like bread and crackers at the time. And I came to, and I was like, what is going on? Like I just full blacked out. Later found out that person, I apparently, I can't believe I'm just spilling my guts right now on camera, but I apparently made out with that person.
Okay, see, I feel like this story's coming back to me now.
And I didn't find out until, so my best friend, she showed up to the party with her cousin that night who was in town because she's from Spain, and her cousin is from Spain, and so she was visiting, and so she was like, oh, is it cool if I bring my friend? And it was like, yeah, totally. Anyway, so they like showed up to the party, and her name was, I think Melody would be fine with me saying her name, Paula. And her first impression of me was just making out with some other chick at this party. And I don't even remember it to this day. okay.
Making out with this girl and then sobbing.
Yeah, and then going upstairs with her and sobbing. And like, if any of my friends were to have predicted that, they couldn't have, because I literally, we were not friends. So yeah, very strange night for me on vodka. So maybe that's why I don't like vodka. I've never even put that together until you asked that. That was the most long-winded answer, because I'm like literally thinking about it as it's coming to me. I'm like, maybe this is why.
Well, weak soaked vodka gummy bears don't really sound like they'd hit the spot.
What? Oh, I'm gonna make them at our next party.
Our next drink of rock, paper, scissors is vodka soaked gummy bears.
That's just what I'm gonna bring as one of my one of my beverages of choice.
Good. I can't wait. A whole baking tray though, please.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I got you. One of my favorite parties with you was the disco one. We did it at my house. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Gatsby one?
The Gatsby one was so fun. But no, the one, we had like a debate within our friend group going into it. We're like, should we do like 70s themed, or should we do like Hollywood, like disco or something like that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I can't remember what we landed on, if it was Hollywood or disco, now that I'm thinking. I think it was disco, right? It was, because I'm thinking back on...
I think it was,
yeah. I think it was, because I'm like thinking back on like... Adam and some of the boys' outfits, and I feel like they had the like disco look going on. Yeah. See,
any party that I've been to at your house, I always end up crying in your old house. Chloe had like a single stall like shower. Like it's just a square. There's no bathtub. It's just a square.
Oh yeah. That bathroom was savage.
Yeah. I cried in that little square more times than I think I only went into that bathroom to cry.
Well, so this bathroom was, I mean, oh man, I can't even explain how small this bathroom was. Like you could only fit one person standing in this shower. And it was truly a square, like Chloe said. And then you had like this tiny, tiny vanity with a single sink, and there was like no counter space around it. And then it was all stacked. Like you got your square shower, you got your tiny vanity, and you got your tiny toilet. It was just like in a line.
Must just like scoot in sideways.
You walk in and just scoot in sideways. Yeah. You just scoot in sideways. Yeah, that's so funny. Well, whenever we were moving out of the house, we took that picture to commemorate our crying space.
Yep.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I think you, what's that called? Like consummated that space that night with a bottle of Crown Apple.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a bad night.
Tell them about that night.
I couldn't. I know.
No, come on. For a while, you were taking care of me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I showed up and I was like dead sober, and Chloe was like, I was like, are you? I was taking care of Chloe. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, Chloe's just perfully fine.
Oh, that's the Irish in me.
It was like crazy. I was like, are you sure? I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'll be so intoxicated, and then I'm like totally fine.
Yeah, and then I don't know what happened, and then it switched, and then next thing I know, I have like this bottle of Crown Apple.
Yeah, because you and Kamala, our friend Kamala, that's Adam's wife.
Yes.
Adam. So Kamala, Adam's wife, you and her went into my bedroom where our friend Nico, who just a random friend, like... Yeah, no more stories other than this one about Nico. But he had put his backpack into my bedroom. Okay,
but you should know
to secure the bottle.
But you should know earlier that he came and offered us shots and was like,
"Oh, for sure."
He was like putting it in the bedroom if you need it.
Yeah. He's the nicest.
Needed it.
Yeah. He's the nicest, sweetest guy. He totally was offering it to everyone. But yeah, he like put the bottle in, because I mean, there was just like a shared space of bottles just out. So I'm sure he was like, oh, I don't want people to just go at this unless it's the people I've offered it to, right? So he like put it in my bedroom in his bag, and Chloe and Com fully took advantage of his offer. And we're like, we're going to go. Yeah. And then I found them in my bathroom crying.
Sobbing. Yeah.
With a bottle of Crown Apple.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I think that's the last time I drank Crown Apple.
Yeah. So would you say that was your favorite party then? At the old house, or would you say that?
Okay, that was only though I think my favorite party because I was dressed as Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah,
and I had that cute little cat that I was like stuffed animal cat that I was carrying around.
Yeah,
and that I don't know, that was just the most fun for me.
Yeah. No, you looked really cute as Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I love Sabrina.
So we are going to take our hip stories where we look at the local neighborhood. They're called like hip pages. There's one for like Hip Hermitage, Hip Mount Juliet.
And we still can't really figure out why they're called hip.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know what it stands for.
No, let us know if you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be an easy lookup, but so we decided to change this segment just to kind of broaden our horizons to still hip, but it's going to be just horrible internet people.
Yeah.
Anywhere
Or
horrendous internet people. You choose your adjective.
Yeah.
Adverb. Adjective. I had it right the first time. And so I wanted to bring up, and this is just kind of a question. This is just kind of like a debatable topic here. But this was in a forum kind of about like relationships. And it says, how do we feel about your significant other, husband specifically, having you blocked on Instagram?
Yeah.
Also, to be clear, this person is not horrible for asking this question. But that, to me, I'll just start it off, does feel horrible to know that someone has, like her significant other has, or their significant other has them blocked.
And like for how long?
Yeah.
Like the whole time, you know?
Yeah. Like if it just started, like if they just blocked you, that makes me, and you're married, that to me is an instant like sus. Like,
Yep.
no, I don't even think I have to think about it. My initial reaction is just like, absolutely not. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd be really weird.
Okay, so I mean, I feel sad that they're even having to ask this because it makes me sad that someone could even sit. And I mean, to be fair, like I was talking to the doctor earlier. And he was saying that, you know, like if there was a situation where it was like really toxic and you were trying to work it out with this person and you had like blocked them because they were causing issues in other personal relationships through social media, like sure. But I feel like that has to be like a very like, that would have to be a rare situation. I feel like the way that this is asked, it makes me sad because I'm thinking that they're like really in their head, like, oh, am I being like crazy or like overly, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it makes me sad.
Okay,
because
but what if it's a bit? You know? Like,
what do you mean?
Like, okay, Matt, for example, right?
Matt is Chloe's fiance.
Oh, yeah. And he like a few years ago, he was like, I'm going to make a new Facebook account and I'm not going to use this old one anymore.
Right.
And then he kept trying to friend me and I just don't accept it. Right?
So
like, I just won't accept it. And he's not my friend on Facebook.
Right.
But
so
it's a
once
whole
again,
bit.
that's a cute story. That's cute. And I think that that's a rare situation. And I think that this person, I don't think in your situation you would have gone to a forum to ask if it's okay that Matt's doing that to you.
But what if he, like, would he go on a forum and
you
be
know
like,
what? Knowing Matt, he probably could have gone to those lengths for sure. I don't think that he would stop at anything. But no, I don't think that that's the situation at hand here.
You don't think it's a bit? Like,
No.
it really could be. In it for the plot.
No, I don't think so. This one also says the person I am with has started logging into his old Snapchat daily, but his score doesn't go up. This means he's texting someone else, yeah? So this took me back.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. This took me back instantly to like just being in high school. And I was like, the last time I looked at someone's Snapchat score, or like when we used to have like the best friends or whatever on Snapchat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Or was it close friend? I don't know. It was some sort of list of like the people you Snapchatted with the most, and it was like your best friends or something. And if someone like you were talking to or you were interested in, like they had a new person become their best friend, then you're like, oh my gosh, why are you talking to this person so much? Yeah. And so it was like a whole thing. It's like a MySpace top 5. Don't come at us for how old we are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or top 8 or whatever.
Those were dark days.
Yeah.
Dark days.
Yeah. So I don't know. To me, in that situation, I actually feel like it's a little bit much to be. I feel like you already have some trust issues there with the person, whether it's warranted or not. But like you still have to acknowledge that there's got to be some trust issues there if you're like looking at someone where they've logged into and how much they're using a platform. Which if it is warranted, then obviously, I mean, I feel bad. But
okay, but also, how do they know that they downloaded this. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do they know that they re-downloaded the Snapchat?
That's so true. I mean, I guess you could be tracking what apps are on their phone, like know what apps they have on their phone.
Isn't that just like sus in itself?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that if you feel the need to like know what apps are being on, I mean, it's one thing to like stumble upon it, I guess. So if you just like happen to know what your partner has on their phone, like let's say they don't use a lot of apps and like you just stumble upon it and you're like, oh, they all of a sudden downloaded Snapchat. That's weird. They don't use Snapchat, but
maybe it's for the news.
Yeah, that's honestly my most trusted news site is like when I think of the news, I'm like, let me log into Snapchat. No. But yeah, so I agree with you. I think that like maybe you should be talking to this person instead of trying to see how many times they've logged in or
Like if I'm managing how many apps are on your phone and what apps are on your phone, like I feel like right there, that's the problem.
Wait, you don't know what apps are on my phone?
Well, like if I'm like, oh, you added this new one I saw, but I don't see you have any streaks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, like she's playing detective. She's like, oh, you haven't had any streaks, which I'm like, I don't even know what that is. But like,
I think it's like when you snap people like back and forth, like each day, right?
Is that kind of like the best friend thing then? Where you
I think
just
it's
get
the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I just think, again, it feels like I'm in high school again. And
This
I'm like
could also
tracking
not
someone.
be a thing anymore. I don't know.
I don't know either. I really don't use Snapchat that much. My family has like has a Snapchat group where they send like photos of cats, our cats, and sometimes random cats. And then sometimes raccoons. My dad's obsessed with raccoons, so he attracts them all to his house.
Okay.
Oh, for real.
That makes sense.
Every time I talk to him on the phone, he has a new story about a raccoon. He names all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them doesn't have one arm. He's really sad for that one.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I've actually told him to move out of the place he's living at because it's not a good place for him to be living. He pays way too much rent. And when he's combated me on that, his one reason is always, well, I just love the wildlife around here. And I'm like,
not specifically the raccoons. So I'm not saying it's not the raccoons.
Yeah. Oh no, he brings it up later. I'll be like, what do you mean? Like, because we looked at this place that was near a trail where it would have like a walking trail for him. It was like almost kind of like senior living a little bit.
Wait, is this Jesse?
No. No. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? No. This isn't Ken. Her dad's name's Ken. My stepdad's name's Jesse, and Ken and Jesse are best friends.
Yeah,
and we've talked about them before, but no, this is my real dad, Robin. And so he has some health issues.
This makes more sense because when you first started talking about the raccoons, I was like, I just like don't see Jesse outside being like, come on, raccoons, let's hang.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
I don't see
not
it.
at all. No. He might send a picture of one though, but he probably wouldn't befriend them.
But he would do it in like a silly, like you guys are all sending pictures of cats and I'm going to find other animals to send you pictures of.
Yeah. But no, so Robin, my real father, I told him about we found this like senior living place and he was like kind of excited about it, has trails behind it. So when he brings up the argument of like, well, this place has a lot of wildlife. I'm like, what do you mean? Like the other place has the trails. Remember we talked about you going on walks through like the woods, basically. You were excited about that.
There's raccoons.
And he's like, well, I just really like my raccoons here. I'm like, oh my God.
So do you want to bring them with?
I know. We just need to make like a long trail of food from like his current place to all the way to where
we'll just like capture them and then like rehome them.
Oh man. But anyways, so
it could work, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't think the raccoons would be too happy about it, but I sure would be.
But when they saw your dad there, they'd be like, we're at home.
Yeah, they would feel at home. Well, anyways, do you feel about done today? I do.
Okay.
This was good though.
Is it because you want another fireball shot?
Next time. For today.
Bye.